Flooding is a persistent issue across the state of Indiana right now, but so are power outages.
At one point, hundreds of thousands of Hoosiers were in the dark up in northwest Indiana because of those storms late last week, and crews are still working on it days later. Maher Kawash is the latest.
Power lines and debris still scattered across the village of Dyer tonight, one of many towns still dealing with the aftermath of Tuesday's storm.
We got lines on our house. We got lines on my grandfather's house, who's behind me. And we got lines in my backyard. Our dogs are there. They're not live, but it's not fun. I just want power eventually.
Frustration now boiling over for residents and elected officials as they say they're not getting much communication from NIPSCO.
We're not getting any communication from you guys. And that's really the crux of this entire thing, is that we have not only critical infrastructure in the town that is running on backup generators. Over half of the town is still 4, 5, 6 days after this historic storm still without power.
Dyer Council President Robert Starkey sent a letter to NIPSCO today addressing these concerns, as he says all the other forms of communication he has tried has not led to much of a response.
The customer outage count was down into like 33, 34, 3,500, and now we're back up to 4,400, which means something popped off somewhere and we don't know what.
People in Munster also feeling that frustration, as 5th Ward Councilman Jonathan Peterson says 2/3 of their town still has no power. Peterson came into Dyer today in hopes of collaborating to get answers from NIPSCO.
And we're just not getting information. Look, we understand that this is a work in progress, but you gotta communicate with the residents so that there's some sense that progress is being made. We're not getting that right now.
NIPSCO says it has had its crews working around the clock while also getting help from qualified contractors and the Indiana National Guard. Now, the company responding to these concerns with a statement late tonight, saying in part, restoration is dictated by the severity and extent of the damage. In some areas, repairs to major transmission and distribution infrastructure must be completed before work can begin on smaller sections of the system serving individual neighborhoods. Every community matters to us, and restoration priorities are based on system needs, safety considerations, and the work required to restore service to the greatest number of customers as efficiently as possible.